The man suddenly realized that the woman in front of him might not be human. Just moments ago, a piece of glass had cut her thigh, but all she did was press a piece of gauze against the wound. In no time, the skin on her leg was completely healed, and that wasn't even the most incredible part. Late at night, a bored Leonard decided to ask her to watch a movie with him. However, Giselle, who already had the movie stored in her memory, immediately started reciting the plot. Leonard quickly stopped her, saying that spoiling the story ruined all the fun and that watching a movie should feel fresh and surprising. Seeing his reaction, Giselle explained that there was a button on the back of her neck. If he held it down for a few seconds, it would reboot her, erasing her memory of the movie. Without thinking much about it, Leonard rebooted her. What seemed like a harmless act ended up having unforeseen consequences. From the moment Giselle was rebooted, it was as if she bypassed certain safety protocols. Her feelings toward Leonard began to grow increasingly intense. Not long after, Leonard received devastating news. His wife's condition had worsened, and they still hadn't found a suitable heart for her transplant. Helpless and overwhelmed, Leonard retreated to the garage, consumed by frustration. From a distance, Giselle noticed something was wrong. She approached him, trying to comfort him, but her actions became increasingly intimate. Leonard felt torn. On one hand, he was consumed with guilt over his wife. On the other, he found it harder and harder to resist Giselle's allure. In the end, he chose to avoid the situation altogether. He changed into his workout clothes and went for a run, hoping to calm the chaos inside him. What Leonard didn't realize was that Giselle's strange behavior was becoming more frequent. At a playground filled with robotic caretakers watching over children, a young boy, frustrated by the long wait in line, angrily demanded that a caretaker force others to leave. But since the boy wasn't the caretaker's owner, no matter how much he shouted, the machine wouldn't obey him. The yelling, however, frightened Leonard's youngest son, who was nearby. Seeing this, Giselle told Leonard to take his son somewhere else. The robotic caretaker, though, mechanically replied that its owner had set a specific schedule, and it couldn't leave with the child until the designated time. Hearing this, Giselle stopped arguing and simply stood there.
Be a good boy. Shut up and go on the slide.
Every robot in the vicinity turned to look in her direction.
Your primary user has lowered your stability by too much.
No, I simply wiped it from my database.